It's the Groupcast podcast, a show about stuff like stupid jokes and Charlie folks and random ass topics with Casey West and special guests like Fred and Danny, Kyle, Riley, Lennon's there too. This is their theme song, it's pretty cool. Just don't ask Wes to sing the rest cause he'll forget the words, so sit right down and gather round, but not too close because they were so ugly that everyone died. Podcast. Happy Groupcast Sunday, everybody. Joey's a helicopter. Let's go.
Where we going?
We're going to the sky.
Let's
We gotta go
sky.
to Earth.
We gotta go to
We gotta
Earth.
go to Earth.
It's over there. You can't see us because we don't have a camera again.
Yeah, we're slowly something.
We're
been
slowly something.
decamerified.
Should we talk about that
Talk about what?
briefly? The situation.
No, I best I best it's think we don't.
Okay.
I think it's best we don't.
All we're gonna say is we may not. We're gonna stop doing video until whenever.
further notice.
Until further
Until
notice.
further
I was
notice.
gonna say until short notice. That's not right.
Until short-term
Until
memory
stuff
loss.
happens.
Until stuff
Until stuff.
happens.
Stuff. It happens.
As always, I'm Big Wes, along with Casey,
Hey there, internet.
Stacy.
I'm not a koala. I think I should be a purple dinosaur.
Whoa.
No, not that kind of dinosaur. My
Oh.
Uncle Fran.
And Joey.
Also known as Danny McSheepfucker.
That's a thing now, apparently. I don't recall I was from...
Did you come up with that while you were out shopping today?
What?
You were out shopping.
Yeah, we were out shopping.
Shopping!
Yeah.
That is a reference that I don't think anybody would get.
No.
No.
There
A
was-
select few
Yeah.
number of people.
There was this show once. It was a Nicktoon show. It was called Mr. Meaty.
The show about meat.
I remember.
Come on down to Mr. Meaty where friends need to eat
Yes.
meat. And
I
it was a
remember
bunch
that.
of very creepy, rubbery looking puppets.
I remember that.
And-
Yeah.
And the guy's boss was like a frozen prospector guy.
Yeah.
Who's like 108.
Yeah.
And what I was referencing was there was an alien who didn't know how to say things. So she said, shopping!
Now I remember.
That's all coming back to you.
No,
Boomerang.
not really.
Liggity black.
Speaking of Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
today, what is today?
Today's Sunday.
Today, June 8th,
8th.
marks 10 years since the airing of the last episode of Rugrats.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
June 8th, 2004 is the last episode of
2004
Rugrats.
was a bad year for Nicktoons. Like,
Back-
a bunch of stuff got cancelled.
Back when they tried to do All Grown Up.
Yeah.
And that didn't do very well.
Yeah. Didn't they do All Grown Up and Rugrats at the same time?
Yes, they did.
They didn't try to like intermix the two or like end one and like start another. It's just like, here's this now.
It's just like, we're in parallel universes now, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. Stuff happens.
What else did they cancel?
Everything.
Was Ed, Edd n Eddy that year? Was that...
Well, that's Cartoon Network. That's on Nicktoons.
Oh, well, I don't know. It was...
Wind.
Wind. It's windy. We're outside
I
again.
don't
They
know.
did
Look-
not
look it
cancel
up.
the
You'll find
Wind.
something, I'm sure.
They did not cancel the win.
They were on, Rugrats was on for like 10 years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long time. You only see cartoons only come out for like, at best, 2 years.
Yeah.
SpongeBob's been going on for ages.
Yeah.
Spinge Bill.
I remember when the first episode of SpongeBob came out. It wasn't even the first like syndicated episode. It was something else.
Yeah. It's SpongeBob's been over 10 years now.
Yeah. But I
Um,
figured out recently why. No, I'm not going to play fetch with you. No,
But I
we're busy.
wanna.
We're busy.
It's alright, doggy.
SpongeBob stopped being as clever and witty as it was with their little subtle jokes
Mhm.
because the guy who made the show left production.
Yeah.
After the movie came out.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, that makes so much sense now.
Puppy, just because I don't want to play fetch doesn't mean you gotta step on my foot. I don't like that. That hurts.
Fairly Odd Parents is still going.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I thought they stopped.
Nope. They took what they're now calling a hiatus for a while,
Oh, okay.
and then they brought it back.
Because I know they went, the guy who created Butch Hartman,
Yeah.
went on to do something else.
Yeah.
Some sort of.
It was shortly after the incarnation of Poof,
Yeah.
Cosmo and Wanda's baby.
Yeah, where Cosmo got pregnant.
Yeah.
Because
and
that's how fairies work. Men get pregnant.
They decided that, like that was it.
Yeah.
And they went on hiatus for a couple years, and then they came back, and now all of a sudden they have a dog now.
They have a dog. A
Yeah.
fairy dog?
Yeah. And I keep
Is
seeing...
he named Woof?
I don't know. I don't watch it anymore.
Okay.
I've stopped watching.
I didn't hear
like,
about
everything.
that.
But I keep seeing this picture, I think it's from Tumblr, all over Facebook, that it has, Timmy, Cosmo and Wanda, and Chester and AJ, and a couple other Timmy's friends and shit. How it started out as a depressed kid with friends and fairies, and, like, doing shit, to he blocks out everyone else, and now he just has his own family that consists of him and a bunch of fairies.
Yeah.
And he's just antisocial and a dick.
Is that how it works now?
As far as I'm aware, that's what it looks like.
It was a very good idea.
Yeah.
And it's changed so much. That's really the problem when you have a show that goes on for so long.
You just run out of
Eventually
ideas.
you run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Stop it, Simpsons! You're done! You've been done since the 90s. You can stop now.
Did you hear that they did a Lego episode?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
I watched, like, the first 10 minutes of it.
That's how you know you're done.
I watched the first 10 minutes of it, like, it's not really any different. They're still yellow.
Yeah.
It's still kind of bad.
So basically now anything that's yellow is what they're going to do for their new episode.
Yeah.
Lemons, new Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
That moldy lemon picture that looks like the Sprite logo.
Oh, yeah.
Simpsons copyright that now.
What? Simpsons copyright?
No, that's not. I'm not saying they did.
I
I'm
know.
saying they will
I mean, there's... okay.
because it's yellow on the one end.
Lemon Grab from Adventure Time? Yep, you're a Simpsons character now.
Unacceptable!
Oh.
Yeah.
10 years in the dungeon!
3 hours in the dungeon.
I like how his camel has the same face that he does.
His camel's a lemon too.
Adventure Time is weird.
It is.
There's this character whose name is Lemon Grab, and he's just a guy with a lemon for a head,
Yeah, he's a lemon.
and he's got a very long nose, and he does nothing but shout, and he hates everything.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't?
Because he's a lemon,
Yeah.
and he's sour.
Yeah. He smells like dog butts too. According to one episode.
Why
Yeah.
do they smell like citrus?
Uh,
Doesn't make any sense.
He pees all the citrus smell out. So
like
his pee
as
smells
as soon as I get home from work,
His pee is lemonade. Actual lemonade.
I can only imagine him trying to pass a kidney stone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like every time he goes to the
it's
bathroom...
like a sugar cube.
It's, no, it's like every time he goes to the bathroom, it's like he's passing a kidney stone. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. There was a joke there, and I forgot. Like he's got a swollen prostate.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get around that.
Yeah. There was one episode that Princess Bubblegum made him another him, so he had someone
Yeah, I
else.
did see that
So he
one.
had someone else to because he was all alone.
Yeah.
Just so he would have someone else. They ended up I forget what exactly happened, but the original one ate the copy. He just fucking ate him. And then he just started like eating the other residents of Castle Lemon Grab. He became really fat and still really whiny.
Angry.
Yeah.
Just angry all the time.
Yeah. As soon as I get home from work, like that's really the only thing interesting that's on is Adventure Time, regular show, and Amazing World of Gumball.
Regular show's great.
Yeah.
It's like a cartoon sitcom
Yeah.
with squirrels and
Yeah.
blue jays.
And I got into Steven Universe, but
Isn't it weird, first of all, before you say that, isn't it weird that the blue jay, which is in real life smaller than a raccoon, is the bigger one?
Yeah.
Also, I find it weird that they can use the word pissed in a
I know.
children's show.
I know.
I didn't expect that. I'm like, oh, okay. Whoa.
I had the same reaction to that as when I watched Justice League Doom for the first time, and like halfway through the movie, like, it's all like, yeah, this is great, Justice League, awesome. And then halfway through the movie, Wonder Woman's like, what the hell is this? I'm like, oh, Wonder Woman, no!
Wonder Woman's laying down the law.
Yeah.
That's funny how that is. Like,
all of a sudden now it's acceptable.
It's like you get surprised over things.
Yeah.
Like certain levels of swearing when they're inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're around your friends, you will sound like a sailor who just like got a paper cut or something like that. But like if I don't know if you ever thought of this, but like when you're in high school and your teacher swears, everybody's like, that either meant they were being silly or they were being absolutely serious and you should listen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
I'm
still doing stand-up, surprisingly enough.
I'm still not. If anyone cares.
I'm not smart enough anymore for stand-up.
You tried it once?
I'm too busy with work to actually be able to sit down and write another set.
Yeah.
I don't have like a whole lot of free time to myself, unfortunately.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the balloon.
Yeah.
This was the dumbest thing.
So earlier today, while Stacy and Joey and the rest of Casey's family was out shopping, Casey and I decided to try and go find yard sales.
We didn't find any.
There were none.
Because we got in the car and I was like, alright, where are we going? Wes just goes, I don't know. I thought you knew where to go.
I was like, just drive. So we ended up driving around Hanover. There was nothing. So we come back, and I'm telling him a story about how Thursday night I was at a graduation party for my cousins, and somehow everyone ended up getting into the helium balloons and doing what everyone does with helium balloons. And Casey says, you should have tried that with your whitey voice. Now we need a helium balloon. And apparently there's a picnic going on in the lake today.
They had these signs everywhere, and each one had 2 balloons.
Yeah. So we decided to pull over and get a balloon. Well, I didn't realize that where we had pulled over to get one of these balloons from was right next to where they were having a picnic. And as soon as I cut the balloon off, I see this big-ass white truck that had just pulled into this park spin right the fuck around, and I jump in like, fucking go, Casey. And he goes right into the truck.
I didn't see him coming. I just saw you grab the balloon and get in.
And the guy's pissed off that we took the balloon. He's like, let me get your license plate. I'm going to report you. Well, Casey tries to hand him the balloon. I'm sorry, man. Here's your balloon back. No, you took it off. You have the capability to put it back on.
He was so angry. He's like, listen, there's no reason for you to be taking my balloons.
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street, give me back my balloons.
So I walk back across the street and I tied the balloon back to the string I got it off from. And as I'm walking across the street, the guy says, you know, if you're that desperate for balloons, you don't have any money, I'll give you money for a balloon. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, you're upset that I'm taking your balloon. First of all, you're upset that I'm taking a balloon. Second of all, you're willing to give me money for a balloon when you're upset at me about something I just did to you. And then we get back in Hazy's car and we go back to his house. And what did you say?
I was like, imagine the call that, because we have a mock police station here where it's just a group of people, like Neighborhood Watch, but not quite. And I was like, imagine the call they would have gotten from this guy. They're like, yeah, what do you need to report? And he's like, I got the license plate number of 2 hooligans who stole my balloon. And I just on the line like,
what was that? Yeah, they stole my balloon.
They stole my balloon.
They gave it back, and then I offered to give them money for their own balloon. Yeah, don't call here ever again. Hangs up the phone.
Yeah, like the first thing he said was, give me your license plate number. I'm going to report you.
Yeah.
He says they're not going to take him seriously.
I kind of want to call in to the People's Morning Show on Tuesday for No Text Tuesday.
Yeah.
I talked to Nipsey. I'm like, Nipsey, I got a problem. Yeah, what's that? I took some guy's balloon and he was upset about it and he reported us to the police. And see how Nipsey takes that.
Do it sometime between 6:30 and 7:30 so I can hear it.
Okay.
I want to listen to that.
See how you react to that. And then what happened? And then I tied his balloon back to where I took it from, and he offered to give me money for my own balloon. And then just have him come down here and find the guy and just be like, what the hell is wrong with you?
So Stacy and I are on a book kick.
Yeah.
Kicking books.
Yeah, we kicking books, we throwing them down.
Threw it on
We
the
need
ground.
help. We're book abusers.
Yeah, I guess we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I threw it on the ground.
Yeah,
Do
one
you
of those
think
things.
that's not my dad? That is a novel. Do you think Name of the Wind is your favorite book now?
Second favorite.
Compared to what?
The Phantom Toll Booth. Have you read it?
Do I look like I read?
You're from Biglerville. That means you don't know how to read. Have you read it, Joe?
Ah!
Thank you.
Ow!
My entire high school career, I have only read 4 books, 3 of which I read in school suspension.
Oh!
Oh! Well, that's spectacular.
The same day.
Alright.
Yeah, so there you go.
Tell me about the rabbits. I bet that was one of them.
No, I actually read like the first 2 chapters of it, and I stopped reading it, and then we ended up watching it in class, and me and 2 other guys who I was really close friends with, who also didn't read the book, the part where Lenny dies,
Yeah.
we threw ourselves on the floor and started crying because that was so unexpected to us. The teacher was so like, he thought it was so funny that we just like threw ourselves on the floor and started crying. He wasn't upset at all that we didn't read the books.
I threw me on the ground.
He was pretty sure that we didn't read them, but then that happened. He was like, I can't stay mad at you. You guys are a bunch of pussies.
You guys are a bunch of balloon-stealing hooligans. For the record, I just want to say John Steinbeck sucks. That's the guy who wrote
that's right.
Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
His books are terrible. Just terrible. I had to read this book called The Pearl in middle school, and it was about this poor family from Mexico,
Okay.
who...
Like every other Mexican family.
Yes.
That's not in the cartel.
Yes. The dad is a guy who dives into the Gulf of Mexico to search for pearls, and he finds a really, really big one.
Okay.
And basically everyone chases after him because he's got a lot of money on his hands.
Okay.
And a coyote eats their baby, and then
Okay.
he throws the pearl off a cliff.
Alright.
And that's it.
I imagine when people are chasing him around for this big-ass pearl, like, it's big enough that he can climb on top of it. And when people are chasing him around, he's just, like, running on top of the pearl. It's like a Scooby-Doo-esque scene where, like, he's running... Yeah, he's running on the pearl's rolling underneath him, and, like, there's, like, a crowd of people, and it's, like, frame to frame, and then back again.
Yeah. But, Phantom Toll Booth, for those of us who don't know what it is, give us a
The
synopsis.
Haunted Turnpike.
Let's see. It's about this kid who hates everything in life. Go figure.
Good start.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, he's just bored with everything. And then this mysterious package shows up, and he puts together like this cardboard toll
Toolbox.
booth. Fuck, I can't say.
Toll boat.
Boat toes.
Boat toes. Yes, he puts together a cardboard boat toes, and he drives like this miniature electric car through it, and all of a sudden he's transported into a different world. And his first stop is the land of expectations. And along the way he gets...
That was unexpected.
I know, right? And then along the way he gets stuck in the doldrums,
Traffic.
where he meets an actual watchdog, and it's a dog that has watch built into
A dog
him.
that watches other dogs.
Well, who doesn't do that every once in a while?
I know,
And then they go on this big, grand adventure. They go to Dictionopolis, place full of words. They go to Digitopolis, place full of mathematicians. And all on a quest to save 2 princesses named Rhyme and Reason. So they literally have to bring back Rhyme and Reason back into the world.
It's a book of puns.
It's a book of puns and play on words and stuff. It's great.
Sounds like Shakespeare.
It's Norton Jester.
It sounds a lot like Shakespeare.
No.
Norton Jester does not sound a lot like Shakespeare.
No, I mean, like, that's what he does, though. That's what he does in his comedies. He does, like, puns and, like, all that stuff. He actually
You know who else does puns?
So.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Fair enough.
What's the deal with puns?
Bees!
What's the deal with bees? Isn't it amazing? I don't know if you knew this or not, but Shakespeare made up a bunch of words. Like,
really?
at least, I don't know, it was like 100 different words, at least.
Something like that.
And he just made them up. And people are like, these aren't going to catch on. What does this mean? Oh, it means this, such and such. Well, that's never going to catch on. And they're words like buried. There was a list once.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, but they're like words that everybody uses.
And then there's phrases, too, that go along with that. Like, Rhyme or Reason, he did that one. He did, I'm literally drawing a blank right now.
Literally?
Yes.
You're literally drawing a space.
Yeah, we're playing Cards Against Humanity, and I got a blank card. So...
Let me tell you about the strangest intro to a book I've ever read. Stacey and I went to a book sale yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I got this one book that is in a series called The Incarnations of Immortality, Incarnations of Immortality, in which people come across other people who are like, I'm done with my job being death. You can be death now.
Okay.
It's by Piers Anthony.
Piers Anthony.
Wants to know.
Who's the guy... he is the king of puns. But this is how this book starts. There's a guy who's living in a park, and this ghost comes up to him and says, hey, you seem like a nice guy. I have a family fortune that I can't pass down to my son because I'm dead now. So I want you to fuck my wife so you can produce an heir. Don't worry, it's completely legal.
Alright.
That's it. That's the beginning of the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
It sounds like this, almost like this show that's on Hulu. It's a Hulu exclusive show.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking
I
about.
forget what it's called, but this guy sees ghosts.
It's Zach Galifianakis running around.
And what is he trying to?
Ghosts.
What is he trying to do? He's trying to
trying to help ghosts pass on
by having sex with people or something. I thought there was something to do with that.
It's not actually Zach Galifianakis. I just consider everyone with a big beard to be Zach Galifianakis.
It's Wes, you know Zach.
Hello. So I found a list of words that Shakespeare made up.
Okay.
Apostrophe. I'm just gonna read a couple of them. Apostrophe, assassination, gloomy, lonely, road, submerge, suspicious, obscene, misplaced, majestic, laughable, lapse, impartial, dislocate. Yeah.
There you go. See?
He knows his words.
So what?
No, he doesn't. He made them all up.
What?
He knows the words coming up.
Yeah.
Bloody's one of them.
Bloody.
So what before he came up with the word bloody did they use
Consisting of blood.
They just seem like...
They probably don't
on
even
the
know
rag.
consisting, actually.
They
I
look
take
like
that
a bunch
back.
of
They're on
words
the rag.
that are already words, and he just adds prefixes and suffixes to them. Like, you have blood, which is obviously blood, but when you want to describe something that has it, you say bloody.
Oh, so you just added the Y.
I guess that's how it works.
something?
Something like that.
So Thursday night,
Yes.
before this graduation party, I went to an actual graduation.
Yeah.
And I left my program in my truck. But I swear to God, there were like 600 kids that were graduating.
It's a lot of people.
And there was a bunch of really, like, weird names. Like, a lot of them sounded like they should be coming on down because they're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
I really want to hear some of these.
I'll have to go get it later.
Just go get it now. We'll fill time.
But
We'll fill time.
It's right. You can just
It's
go
right
around
there.
The
I
house.
know.
It's right there. Go
Just
get it.
go
Okay,
around.
Go
fine.
get it.
Alright. Hold on, I'll be back. Entertain them.
Okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and
And
whatever.
the wind, which you can probably
And the
most
wind, which
definitely
we
hear
don't
right
know
now.
what it's called yet.
I don't think he ever says in Name of the Wind what the name of the wind actually is.
That is a strange book.
That is, but
They're-
it's so
he's-
well written.
He's very vague with his words. Like,
Yeah.
here's the name of this thing, but we're not going to tell you what it actually is. He just said that that's what the name was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no actually speaking of some ancient language, sorry, I said it wrong. There's no speaking of some ancient language that causes stuff to happen, like magic and stuff to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's complicated.
I know, it's complicated, but it's amazing.
Magic.
You should definitely read it.
Magic. Yeah, go.
Here, interwebs, have a cat.
Yeah, you should love that.
What's the
Oh,
best
okay.
book you've ever read?
That's a difficult question. I don't know.
I don't know.
Wes is back.
I don't know either.
You don't have to decide because now we're back.
Okay.
That is a
Actually,
very large
really quick
pamphlet.
answer that. I'm gonna go with.
This was everyone that graduated.
What's your answer?
Gonna go with Harry Potter's so far. That's a series though, so that doesn't really.
What do you mean so far? They're done.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Gone.
I'm not dead. I can still read.
Oh, okay. I've got a
Oh, I
cat.
thought you meant like all the Harry Potter books that have been made so far.
Well, you know.
Oh, anyway, go on with your name list.
Okay. So, first of all, yeah, there's guys with like 3 or 4 first names as their like entire name, like Jonathan Edward Cameron.
That's his whole name?
That's his whole name.
Wow.
I didn't have time to highlight a lot of them. William Chandler Hunter.
Chandler sounds like a last name.
Chandler!
Chandler Bing.
Hey, Vagina Bing.
Cat.
One of the. All right, I gotta say this. I was surrounded by Armenians and black people.
Is that the kind of people who go to Carlisle High
Apparently.
School?
And
Armenians, that's kind of weird.
one of the graduates' name is Laquita
Good
Monet Graham.
Laquita?
Monet Graham.
Now,
Yeah.
is Monet spelled like M-O-N-E-H?
Monia and Monia. It was
Monia.
pronounced Monet.
I'm confused.
I am too.
Well, I knew a girl named LaQuisha. Not Laquita.
LaQuisha sounds dirty
It
Yeah.
does.
and special.
Well,
I
her-
can't get over that. You knew a person named Special,
And there's also a Precious.
a Precious. I'm surprised those.
Yeah.
I'm surprised those weren't spelled wrong.
I think Precious was. It might have been.
Preshus.
I-S.
U-S.
Yeah.
Precious.
Well, precious, like I-S.
Well, her family was sitting a couple seats down from me, and when her name was called, all you heard was, "Yeah, LaQuay!" And I'm like, "Oh God, where am I?"
I know a girl named Joshine.
But
that was spelled ZSA dash ZSA and E.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
there's a cat over here named Charlie.
That's so normal.
I know, right?
I think honestly that white people are just too safe with their name choices.
Probably.
They don't branch out properly. Let's just put together a bunch of letters and see if they work. Like that one joke that one guy has about seeing the African guy in the casino with an exclamation point in his name.
Yeah, and he was trying to pronounce it, and he was just like the first part of his name, he yelled, and then he whispered the last part because he thought, exclamation mark, it means you say your name really loud. But no, it was something like Bile.
Yeah.
Something. He had a click in his friggin' name.
That's great.
That's terrible.
I really wish I could remember that comedian's
Great and
name.
terrible. All I remember was he was Indian.
Though. Yeah, he was. I can picture his face, but
We're cultured on this show.
yeah.
There's a guy named Joseph Michael Evan.
What?
Why is this a thing?
I don't know. The entire time, like, I had... As you can see, it's folded, like, 3 different ways, so I had it folded in half. And then, I had the half folded in half. So, like, I was sitting there, and I'm like, alright, that guy just went, that guy just went, that guy just went. I'm, like, running my thumb down through.
You said they were, like, rapid-firing names.
Yeah, because there were so many people graduating that they had 2 different people calling names. So it was, like, one after another. And as I'm, like, running my thumb down through the list of names,
That was Weston's tail.
I sat there and I looked up, and I looked up for too long because I had no idea where I was after that. And I thought, this is like a really sad horse race, where at the same time everybody wins, but really nobody wins.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear the guy, the one horse who was going for the Triple Crown lost?
Yeah.
Not ham sandwich.
No, not ham sandwich.
Did you hear about the horse who ran with his tongue out? What the fuck?
All of them?
Because they're
Hungry.
dirty. He wanted a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
He wanted
Apparently
to
there
lick
was a
the
horse
ham
at one
sandwich.
time called Ham Sandwich.
Yeah.
Why do they give horses dumb names?
I don't know. I think
like
it's
there was
I think
that
it's
one
kinda
that
funny,
won
though.
the Kentucky Derby a couple of years ago called I'll Have Another.
Yep.
No, stop it.
They should at least name them like Shaquita.
Wait,
What was that one name you wanted to call yourself?
Taekwonisha Shaquanda.
It bothers me that you still remember that.
Well, Taekwonisha is easy to remember.
This person
Taekwonisha,
here-
Taekwondo.
This person over here decided one day after having a fever dream of sorts to be like, you know what, I want to have that name. And you put it on group chat, which is, if you don't know,
I came up with that name at 3 in the morning, then promptly fell asleep.
Yeah, the Facebook group that Stacy and I are a part of. And everybody was like, are you sure you want to do that? Because you sounded like you were serious.
No,
I know you weren't, but
I
it
was
sounded like you were.
so not serious. I am not that weird. I'm sorry.
I just realized something.
Yes.
Andrew Griffith graduated.
Oh, really?
Andy Griffith.
Oh,
Thank you. The most interesting name out of the entire 90,000 graduates from Thursday night.
90,000.
The most interesting name that I have found,
Alright.
and is my favorite,
It's Dos Equis.
Wesley Christian Legs McNeely. I'm not sure. It's not hyphenated or anything, but then again, like, not okay. There are a couple. I want to say that his last name, he's got 2 last names, Legs McNeely. But if you just throw quotations around a couple words, he either sounds like a really derpy professional wrestler or the most God-fearing professional basketball player ever. You just hear over
Number 47.
Wesley Christian Legs McNeely, and then he comes out in some fashion of
He's
one
got
way or another.
crosses for legs. He's like,
He's got crosses for legs.
he always walks.
He's
the
got
path of God.
he's got more of a legs to torso ratio than your dad. I don't know if we've ever talked about it on the show, but Wes's dad is all legs.
Kinda.
he's just a head
My
mounted
my
on
brother and I
sticks.
think he's all stomach.
Yeah, he has a lot of stomach also.
We
He's
pick on
leg
him.
stomachs.
You think I'm pregnant? My brother and I pick on him and say that he's pregnant because he does look kind of pregnant.
I only saw him once, and his image is burned into my brain.
Yeah, same here.
And it's funny. This is just something I want to bring up
Mhm.
About the names. Where do last names come from? Like, it seems like there are always different ones that you've never heard of. So,
Yeah.
like, where do they come from?
Yeah.
Where do they go?
Where did they come from?
Where did they come from? Biglerville theme song.
That is no theme song.
That's what I was told. When I
That's
dated
sad.
a girl from Biglerville. That's what I was told.
Who'd you date from Biglerville?
I don't want to say.
Tell me.
I don't want to say.
Tell me.
It's in your grad. No, the one before your graduating class.
Wow, that's old.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she was 2 years older than me,
Ooh.
almost.
Ooh.
want to say it.
Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
I'm gonna be Joel and just not bring it up anymore.
Come on, tell me. Who is it?
Bitch face McGee.
I told you once.
I forget.
Yeah,
That's the
it was
point.
once.
That's why I only told you once.
And you also didn't say she was from Biglerville.
Oh, well, she was.
Well, who is it?
Haley Stone.
I don't think I know.
Now would be a great time to have a camera.
Yeah.
That look on your face of just sheer confusion.
Well, there you go. See, it doesn't matter.
Does she have a younger sister, or 2, or 4?
Yes.
9.
1.
One younger sister?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find her.
You don't want to find her. She's a whore.
Don't say that.
Well.
The internet already has her name.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Why'd you say that out loud? Why did you say? Why didn't you wait until afterward?
I don't know.
Peer pressure. Oh well.
Thanks, Wes.
You're welcome.
Nobody listens to us anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah, you get a point. Besides, I'm pretty sure there are like a million of them.
Probably.
Million
Probably.
people with the same name.
What's her sister's name?
Oliver.
I don't remember.
Narrowing it down. Just for the internet to find.
Yeah.
In the
Yes.
future, in like 3022, when they're like, dude, I found this old podcast, it's hilarious.
25, 25,
and they're like-
25.
And they're like, what's a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only have, like, sub-ether radio transmissions from the future.
Well, it's not the future then, it's the present.
Oh, that
Present,
reminds
yeah.
me. One time, back when I used to browse the depths of 4chan, I found this one guy who was like, I'm from the year, 3524. Ask me anything. And he had the most believable answers of all time. This was back in, I think, 2010, maybe 2009. Where somebody was like, what's the most recent war you had? And he's like, well, we had World War II. And they're like, what? I was like, well, there was World War I and World War II, but that was only on one planet. We had World War III and IV across several planets.
So it's literally a war between worlds.
It's
instead
War of the Worlds.
Yeah, it's literal war of the worlds.
Yeah. And he was saying,
stoned.
like, the language, English became the world language, and it's changed a little bit, so it sounds a little bit like German and French and a bunch of other stuff. And he gave an example, and I was like, maybe this guy's actually from the future. Because he also explained how he could travel back in time through text.
Okay.
It's like that South Park episode with the time-traveling phone.
Yeah, the time phone.
The brag time phone. You call your friends in the past. I don't know.
Gosh darn you kids. But the one thing that he said that I remember to this day, and one of them is already wrong,
Okay.
and one of them has yet to happen.
Okay.
Somebody asked, like, what are the most recent, like, important things that happened closest to our time? And he said that Obama legalized weed in 2011, and that a cure for cancer is found by some Australian plant in 2018.
Still got time for that one.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna have time for that.
Somebody. Get on that, Australia.
Yeah. Give us your plants.
You and your big-ass spiders.
Drop your plants and give them to us.
Yeah. So, to wrap up my graduations, I went to Biglerville's on Friday too.
Yeah.
I want to get Carlisle's out of the way real quick.
Didn't they have, like, yellow gowns?
Carlisle?
No,
Biglerville. No, ours are always black. And then we have gold sashes for special people.
Okay.
Carlisle's, the dudes are green and the chicks are white. I don't understand why they don't all have matching shit, but they're
Fair
fucking
enough.
weird. I mean, I feel
my,
like it'd
my
be
schools,
cheaper.
My schools had red and gray, even though the school colors are officially cherry and steel.
And now white, apparently. That's a thing now. It's red, gray, and white.
No, it's cherry, steel, and
White.
snow.
Cherry,
Freshly
steel,
fallen snow on a December morning.
cherry, steel, and cocaine.
Now that would be fitting.
Yeah. The new book from Danielle Steele, Cherry Snow.
Can we talk about that? We had that conversation in the car. But yeah, get to your thing.
Carlisle had 5 commencement speakers.
Oh god, this thing.
I am pretty sure they were the class officers. I can't find anything in here about who the class officers were. Oh, they were not the class officers. I apologize, class officers, for thinking that you're dumb as shit. The 5 commencement speakers had individual titles for their addresses. The first one was hashtag. The second one was youth, originality, legacy, and opportunity.
What's that spell, kids?
Hashtag YOLO.
Wow.
Hashtag Wes is going to shoot himself.
That's unfortunate.
My turmoil started when the first chick stood up and said, my address is entitled hashtag. And I'm like, nope. I wanted to throw myself down the bleachers. And then it started to get worse. It was a chick, a dude, a chick, and a dude. The second
all
chick,
of the above.
The second chick was Legacy, and she threw in hashtags all over the place in her speech. At that point, I decided that it would be a good idea for me not to kill myself, but to antagonize the legitimate police officer that was at the foot of the bleachers to shoot me in the face. Because that seemed like a better way to go out than anything else.
You shouldn't be using hashtags in professional speeches.
What
You
got
shouldn't
me
be using hashtags.
What got me to actually get up and leave? I didn't leave because my cousins and the rest of my family would have had a bitch fit if I would have left.
Yeah.
And went to a bar like I wanted to. What got me to leave was the second chick included hashtag, can we get our diplomas now or nah? And everyone goes...
That was all one thing?
Yeah. Everyone goes, oh, and there's like some applause and laughter, and I stood up and go, nope, and I walk out.
Nah!
Nah, you can't, because you need to go back to school and unlearn that shit.
Unlearn. I believe that's called forget.
No, because I just Shakespeare'd your ass and I created a word. So there you go.
Did you guys ever hear
Synonyms.
about the guy who created hashtags? He was pretty much just like when Twitter was starting, he was like, there's no way this is going to catch on.
Little did he know that the next generation would have been so stupid.
Just goes to show that people with dumb ideas win all the time. That's why we're still doing this. Because you had a dumb idea to talk into a microphone with a bunch of other people, and we're still doing it.
Sup, bro?
God, I just want to kill myself so much.
Stop it. Stop killing yourself.
I've noticed something.
Yes.
Going to 2 different graduations back to back, that pomp and circumstance isn't always played the same way.
Really?
Yes. The way that Carlisle does the intro of Pomp and Circumstance is far different from the way Big Reveal does an intro. Not that one's better than the other, like band-wise. It's just, for some reason, it's a different rendition of the intro.
That's weird.
Yeah.
For my graduation, we had, and Stacy, you'll probably feel the same way about this. We both moved to this area before or after elementary school. For you, it was after middle school. Also,
It was after 10th grade.
yeah. But the guy who the guest speaker for our commencement was the librarian who was just retiring, and everybody loved him. And it was funny because he was doing all of his sentimental stuff, like talking about everything that he taught all the kids, and just being, we remember this and remember that, and don't forget the one Dewey Decimal System thing that I taught everybody, because that's where you find one specific thing, blah, blah, blah.
921 biography.
What?
921 biography.
Yeah, that. And I was just sitting there like, alright. And everybody else was like fucking bawling their eyes out because it was just so beautiful. I'm like, you guys sound, this is dumb.
I'm just like, I never knew the guy.
I never knew that
Don't
guy.
care.
I kept cracking jokes to the person beside me because she was all nervous and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
Doing stupid stuff like that.
Oh my god, the principal.
Yeah,
How many times did he mispronounce someone's name?
No, it wasn't the principal who did that. It was the mushroom.
The mushroom?
Yeah. The person who taught culinary was the mushroom. And I said this on a podcast once before, but she went up to every Mexican or Puerto Rican or what have you person and said, tell me how to pronounce your name so I can get it right. And I thought, that was a great idea.
That's a good idea.
However, when it came to the one person who was Asian, whose last name was Chong Ling, not too difficult, she says Ching Chong. Let that sink in for a moment.
Yeah.
She's going off reading all of these Mexican names, rolling her R's perfectly. Then she gets to Ching Chong.
God, the fuck. She messed up a few other names too.
Yeah.
And the principal is just fucking retarded.
Well, he was Hitler, so it was okay.
Oh, well, yeah.
He had the right to be retarded.
Hitler was better than him.
That's some high statement.
You mean the actual Hitler?
Yeah, Hitler.
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Well, you know the things that they say on Tumblr, like Hitler was like an actual good person. He was just doing, like, what he did was wrong and disgusting, but in his heart he believed that he was doing it for the good of his country.
And
Mr. Brown's just an idiot.
And creepy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the way he looks at girls?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, you have no idea.
I've talked to him once. I stayed away from him after that. I was like, no, you creepy motherfucker. You get...
Yeah, there were just one too many
pedophiles.
Creepy people. Pedophilish people.
Oh, look. The neighbors are right in their stupid fucking dirt bikes.
The farmer...
For
For those of you who don't know...
those of you playing at home.
For those of you who might not be able to hear us at all.
40,000 packets.
For those of you playing at home, behind my backyard is a farm.
And our neighbors are dicks.
Our neighbors are dicks because he just planted all of his seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And they're riding dirt bikes.
Dirt bikes and
four-wheelers. Four-wheelers through his field.
Through his goddamn field. After he spent all that time yesterday, he was working till way past after sunset.
Yeah, he was working
doing
all
all
day.
that
He was
just
working
for
all
some
day.
assholes to ruin everything. No, they...
Yeah, and now, he has good reason to report to people.
Yes, he does. Unlike the balloon guy.
Yeah.
Balloon stealing hooligans. Stealing my balloon.
So here's the thing I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
Back on the topic of books.
Yes.
Stacy, you might be able to contribute to this. But why is it that authors who write adult fiction, all of their books have the same sort of feel to them? For example, Danielle Steele, all of her book names, and you saw those books, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of those book names are something like Caress and The Assault and Conspiracy.
And the Silken Touch of Death or whatever, like
The
vampires.
Silken Touch of Death.
They're all like sex novels, and
Are they? I don't know what Danielle Steele writes about.
I'm not sure about her, but I know Nora Roberts because my mom loves those books.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, my dad's idea of a romance is just like, let's go to McDonald's and that's it.
Let's go to McDonald's and I'll fuck you in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But no, it's like that's
where Stacy comes from.
No, I was a birthday present and I was made on the living room floor. Or at least Dad says living room floor, Mom says kitchen table. They were too drunk. It doesn't matter.
They got drunk off champagne.
Yes, they were.
You were classy.
I was classy.
You were the classy one.
My brother and sister, they were all beer and they're just rednecks.
How did we go from talking about Danielle Steele to talking about getting pregnant off drunk?
I don't know. That's what happens, kids. You drink, you get preggo. Even guys. All guys get preggo at some point. Then they take a shit in their grave.
That's what happens when they go shopping for sauce. They get prego.
If you read, you get pregnant.
If you read, you get pregnant. That's why I don't read Danielle Steele.
That's why I don't read.
Then also James Patterson's adult novels, not like the Maximum Ride stuff, but like his adult novels.
Like his what's the bloke's name?
Thanks, Gavin.
No, I mean
Someone help!
his detective stuff. made a movie out of it. Had Morgan Freeman was playing the detective.
Okay.
I did a report on him in 7th grade.
Okay.
I don't remember what his name was.
Morgan Freeman.
James Patterson.
No, not the person. Yeah, the detective.
The character
In the books.
Dirk
Yes.
Gently.
I don't know. It's been a while.
But no, James Patterson's books are all like phrases that you would say, like the big bad wolf and London Bridge is falling down and an apple a day. Like they sound like they could mean something,
But they really don't.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tom Clancy, who died recently, I think he died. Yeah, I think he died at the beginning of this year.
Wow.
He was like in his 50s or 60s. All of his books are like the names of special op missions, but sound like complete randomness, like Rainbow Six.
Oh.
I feel like that was a video game.
It was.
Was
a
it?
lot of his books were made into video games,
Oh.
which is weird.
Oh, Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. I'm dumb.
Rainbow Six and Charlie Delta Niner.
Charlie, right there.
Stelter Niner.
Yeah. Piers Anthony's books are all puns. Like Cube Root, but root is spelled R-O-U-T-E. Bloop!
Oh, I forgot I was on
blink.
Facebook.
Gotta blink.
What else? Have you noticed anything like this?
No.
Oh, okay. That took a little long.
That was my thinking song.
Dean Koontz, who writes like... He basically writes like Stephen King, but less disappointing at the end.
And less in Maine.
Less in Maine. Definitely not in Maine. And his books are all like the blanking. Like the taking.
The
The
blanking.
The reckoning.
The geckening.
The froggening.
Oh, it's like the
Sharing.
The chairing.
it's like the House of Night series. They're all past tense. It's like
Taken.
marked, betrayed, chosen,
Well,
untamed.
that's a series,
something. That's a
though.
series. but
So
still.
that one's alright.
Oh, no, there are. I think there are spin-offs, but I don't know.
I'm talking about like just standalone books every time.
Oh, standalone books by the same author.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can't think of any other ones other than that. I feel like there's a good comedy bit in that.
Somewhere.
Possibly.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
There's a joke in there somewhere. Somebody figure that out. If you have any jokes that you want me to say on stage, because I don't give no fucks anymore, email us at groupcastnation@gmail.com.
Barry, put that up.
You live in the U.S., dial 911.
If you live anywhere else, so sorry.
I feel like you should name an airplane. Like you should buy an airplane and then name it "fuck" and then just give it to someone. You can give someone a flying fuck. I'll be over here now.
The fuck plane is
Get out of
leaving.
my house.
Wow.
The fuck
Wow.
train is leaving the station.
What?
That would be the best way. But no, seriously, that would be hilarious if you were just like a rich person and were like, I want to tell someone how much I hate them. Buy them a jet and be like, here, I got you this jet, and it just says "flying fuck" on the in huge letters on the side. That would be great. If you went through all that effort just to put that, that'd be impressive.
So, did anybody hear about the guy
The guy.
Who did stuff?
Who wants to be the guy?
who bought a penis pump online?
No.
He bought a penis pump for over $300 online. It was coming from Malaysia. And he got his box, and he opened it, and it was a magnifying glass.
I feel like that's not real.
No, it happened. It was a scam.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like
Yeah.
some very subtle penis joke.
No.
If you need a penis pump.
Well, it wasn't a pump. I actually just wrote down pump because
Okay.
I was driving at the time. But it was he ordered some penis enlargement equipment.
Whenever you say
Which would-
something sexual and then equipment,
Yeah,
it's weird.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He ordered a piece of penis enlargement equipment from Malaysia for over $300, and they sent him a magnifying glass.
Please hurt me, said the masochist.
Which is hilarious as shit. But still.
Yeah. Please hurt me, said the masochist. No, says the sadist.
But the fact that...
Get it?
Yes.
Okay.
But the fact that Malaysia can pull a joke off like that, but they can't find a plane.
I'm pretty sure they've given up at this point.
Yeah. No, I think they're still looking for it. I haven't heard anything for like a month.
How long has it been? It's like been 3 months or something.
I don't know. I
We
honestly
can't
don't know.
find a box that's black and it's in the ocean.
Yeah.
Now, there's on our local radio station, every day at around 5, they have this That's Effed Up segment. And I probably heard my favorite one that I've heard in a while. And this was like last week sometime. A man from somewhere goes into a Walmart.
There once was a man from Nantucket. He walked into a Walmart and said, "Fuck it."
Yes. He took LSD.
Okay.
That's a good start.
It is a
He walks into
terrific
the
start.
Walmart, goes up to the ATM, pulls down his pants, and starts having sex with it.
I heard that also.
Then, they escort him out of the Walmart, and they're like, "Here, you need to go have a timeout, mister." They sit him down at this picnic table. Drops his pants down, starts having sex with the picnic table. That's when they arrest him. He probably had sex with everything afterward until the LSD wore off, and he decided, "What am I doing here?"
Yeah, and one of the people at Walmart like, don't use this ATM for a while till we get it cleaned.
Yep.
That's just nasty. Don't do drugs, kids. You end up humping every goddamn thing.
That's how it goes. It needs to be on a t-shirt.
I want to know where he put his junk in an ATM. Because there's not a whole lot of
coin
places.
slot?
What ATM has a coin slot?
The ones that you've never been to?
The ones that don't exist.
Yeah, those ones.
I don't know about you, Casey.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And now it's time for the section of the show in which I realized that I gave our special guest the wrong directions. So here on the show, please welcome Lennon Free. Hey, Oh, no.
Yeah. He texted me about halfway through the show, and or messaged me, and I messaged him earlier, "Are you free this afternoon?" He texted me about halfway through, he's like, "I'm not anymore," or "I'm not now," and I just haven't messaged him back to tell him that we're in the middle of the show.
That sucks.
So Lennon, when you listen to this, I'm sorry.
I had nothing to do with this. Don't blame me. I'm just here.
He should have responded when you said, "Are you free this afternoon?" He said, "I'm always free."
Get out of your house.
I am out of my house.
Get out of your patio.
We're outside right now.
Get in my house.
That sounds weird.
That
Hi,
sounds like a
honey.
personal problem.
I got your tail. Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah?
I don't know. I forgot. My yawn confused me.
Okay.
Or distracted me.
Alright.
Something.
Something?
Why are you licking yourself?
What time are we at?
We are at
3:03.
minutes.
I think we're out of stuff.
I think we might be out of stuff as well also.
I think we're stuffed with stuff. Like,
Stuff
not
with stuff.
really, but...
Good stuff for better stuff.
Cows. That's what it smells like. It smells like cow shit.
Oh,
Because farmers. What do you expect?
Okay.
Because we're in
Famines.
we're not in Lancaster County. We're in the other county.
Farmers and famines.
famous.
Famous.
Famines.
Did you,
Charlie, stop
did you
being a
come to
whore.
the last comedy
How?
show? I forget.
Tuesday?
Last open mic?
Yeah. Where
Oh.
like no one was there and Valak was kicking shit over.
Right. That was the one where I got up on stage and I said, "I live in Lancaster County. And if there's one thing I've learned about Lancaster County is that everybody who lives there wants to tell you just how great that where they live is." Somebody went up to me and said, "Did you know Lancaster County has the second best soil in the world. Oh! Alright. Oh! Alright.
Ew.
That came to me while I was having a rant about how much I hate people there.
Yeah.
And both Stacy and my mom died and said I should use that.
Agreed. But you should just make it as like a rant, not as like someone came up to me and saying.
Yeah.
Just turn it into a rant again.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
That would be our tarp fapping.
Well, who doesn't like doing that every once in a while?
Got something to say, Stacy?
I think we're boned here.
I think we're done here.
No, I ain't got nothing to say.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Remember, rape is no laughing matter.
Callbacks.
Ah!
Good night, everybody.